These type of questions are kind of tricky for many of us. So yeah, here we go. Matching, not headings, matching features or matching information. So we're going to dive into these type of questions since we have them. Yeah, earlier we were completing this true, false, and not given and sentence completion task. And here we go. The next one, here we come. We have matching information. And if you're asking, if you're wondering what is the difference between matching headings, list of headings with the Roman numbers, and with this matching information type of question, it's just that you're being asked to find details. And on the other hand, about that matching list of headings, you've been asked to find the main idea. So we're not looking for the main idea, we're looking for details. So with that said, you have to understand and consume a lot of information. So that's why I highly recommend completing this type of questions later once you've done all other question types because it takes a lot of time. You're going to consume a lot of information and you have to locate where the answer is hidden. So please try to answer these questions later once you've done all other easier questions. So yeah, I highly recommend doing so because it's very helpful and it saves your time. So the next thing, which is also important, is whenever you do any reading section, please try to read the heading, which is also helpful, very helpful, because this gives you the big picture, what you're going to read about. So, to Britain, Mark Rowe investigates attempts to reintroduce elms to Britain. So, here, if you're not familiar with this word, that's totally fine. As you're going to read through this passage, you're gonna get it. Elms is a kind of a tree. So, yeah, it was explained in the passage. So don't worry if you don't know some kind of words, it's totally fine. You don't have to know all the words. So, but the passage will give you the clue. So here was the clue, and the elms are the trees. We're going to read about trees, and after that, after reading the key higher, excuse me, the headings and the subheadings, please try to go to the questions. And before the question, we see the notes. Notes are very important. You may use any letter more than once, it says, so which means you are going to find some kind of other sections as well, and other sections are going to there also might be the answer twice or three times. So if you're done with A, please don't cross it out. Don't think that you're going to discount that. No, you might also need that. So the question's answer 14 might be A, and 15's also might be A. That means note, okay? That means you may use any letter more than once. So yeah, that's here. Basically, you have to understand the text, you have to locate the hidden information, and of course, you have to find the keywords because the keywords are going to give you the clues where the information might be hiding. So before watching the video, obviously I read this passage, so I highly recommend pausing the video and read the passage because unless you can find the location of each question. So yeah, we know the heading, we know that we can use sections more than once, and 14, question 14, reference to the research problems that arise from there being only a few surviving large elms. Here we come. The keywords research problems, of course, and only a few surviving large elms, which are also helpful. And this one, boom, only. So that's also very, very good word. Please try to highlight these words and keep that in mind. So our job is to try to memorize what this task is saying. And yes, we totally understand the task. And now, since we have already read this passage, we're going to find out what each paragraph is about. And I also highly recommend putting writing a little summary of each paragraph in this space or in your piece of paper. You're gonna get one, don't worry, in the real IELTS, and you're going to write down over here, or you can write down in your paper what section A, paragraph A is about. So yes, I was reading this paragraph and I was not sure, not 100% sure, but I can like have a little possibility the answer is in C. So, because they have research problems and only a few surviving large elms. So, research problems were here. So, yeah. And why? Why? Because I have this part. The key, Russell says, is to identify and study those trees that have survived and work out why they stood tall when millions of others succumbed. Okay, so nevertheless, opportunities are limited as the number of these mature survivors is relatively small. So, can you see that? That means identify and study here. Identify and study. It's a paraphrasing of the word research. Research. Yes, research here. And problems here. Opportunities are limited here. That's the other way to say that problems, they had real problems, that their opportunities were limited. And also only our favorite word, only a few surviving large elms, which is here relatively small, relatively small. So yeah, so once you've matched all the keywords and you can find out the meaning, and that's the meaning. That's where this investigator says, this journalist, the person who is writing this passage, he is also really saying that the research problems that arise from there being only a few surviving large elms, so relatively small, opportunities are limited as the number of these mature survivors. Yes, can you see that? Mature survivors. Large elms, mature survivors, зрелые, like көпті көрген сияқты. So yeah, mature survivors, large elms. That's a keyword. Also, the paraphrasing. So the answer is C. That's very important to know a little bit of understanding of a passage. That's how you can find the location of an answer easily, like this. Next, 15. Details of a difference of opinion about the value of reintroducing elms to Britain. So the keywords, difference of opinion. That means people might have like different opinion. They may have like 3 to 4 people or 2 people about the value of reintroducing elms, value of reintroducing. So when I was reading again, I really thought that the answer might be in C or might be in G paragraph, because we have others are more wary, we have their opinions over here. So yeah, different opinions. Our job is to find others are more wary. That might be the paraphrasing of difference of opinion. And also, we have on the face of it seems like a good idea, says Elliot. We have a person Elliot here, as you can see. And over time, you might get resistance, says Elliot. So here we have different median. Okay. So next, reintroducing also. So for reintroducing elm is strong. For her, the environmental case for reintroducing elm is strong, which is also the keyword here, and the value. Our job is to find the value, which is they will host wildlife, which is a good thing, and is is strong is the value here. So environmental case for reintroducing elm is strong. That's a value. So it makes sense, huh? So we have the different opinion, and people like also the different opinion. I also might also say that there is also risk of introducing new diseases rather than woodland trust emphasizes providing space independently. Sometimes the best thing you can do is just give nature time to recover over time. You might get resistance. It's also a different opinion. So we have opinion of other people, and we have a value, which is for her, the environmental case for reintroducing elm is strong. So details here. So 15 is G. Okay. So sorry, it was my timer. We have to go to the football class with my son. My son goes to the football. So yeah. Okay, so we're almost there. So let's finish. a reference to how Dutch elm disease was brought into Britain. So this one gives a little bit of background story. So reference how to Dutch elm disease was brought into Britain. So you might want to expect that to be in the middle, in the beginning, because it really gives us a background thing. So highlighting keywords, how Dutch elm disease, that's a keyword, was brought into Britain. So let's find out. While we were reading, we could face with, yes, it might be in the B paragraph. So how Dutch, Canada, we have died down, but in the 70s, a second epidemic was triggered by shipments of elm from Canada. So here we have diseases, epidemic. As you can see, we have diseases caused by fungus that blocks the elm's vascular system, causing branches to wilt and die. So here, reference how Dutch elm disease was brought into Britain. So yeah, that's where it is. So the Dutch disease was mentioned earlier. That's why we don't have this word Dutch in the paragraph B, because the Dutch, it's like mentioned as a disease, but because of paragraph A, it was earlier mentioned as a Dutch elm disease. That's why we have the article. So it's called the disease here, not the Dutch. So the Dutch is over there because it's mentioned earlier, and paragraph B is just reintroducing it here. So 16 is B. Yeah, how Dutch elm disease was brought into Britain. That's how it is, B. Next, 17. A description of the conditions that have enabled a location in Britain to escape Dutch elm disease. Description of the conditions. So the keyword conditions enabled a location to escape the Dutch elm disease. Okay, so yeah, again, we have to keep that in mind. The question is in here. We really need to understand the question, not only the passage. So we know, while we were reading, we know that the paragraph about escaping was over here, given how in grade, yes, this one is here, because escaping, boom, location, because we have this sentence. Today, the city of Brighton's elm total about 17,000. Local factors appear to have contributed to their survival. So strong winds from the sea make it difficult. Yes, can you see? We have strong wind. It's a condition number one. Contributed, lose their leaves, and that really stayed with me. Strong winds from the sea make it difficult for the determined elm bark beetle to attract this coastal city's elm population. However, the situation is precarious. The beetles can just march. Yes. So we have strong winds and local factors. Yes, local factors appear and strong winds, which are the conditions here. And in Britain, Brighton's elms here. Yeah, the Dutch elm. That's all. So that's a description of the conditions. Okay, so that's how it is. And if you're asking about the escape, today this city Brighton's elms total about 17,000. So yeah, today the city of Brighton's elms total about 17,000, which says they have only 17,000. So that might be the case. So here we go. That 17 is E, 17 is C, and and 18. Reference to the stage at which young elms become vulnerable to Dutch elm disease. Okay, the keywords: young elms become vulnerable. Okay, reference and the stage also. The stage, vulnerable. So again, Dutch elm disease, vulnerable. Vulnerability was young elms. I'm sure it was in C paragraph, because we have this kind of problematic description here. So, young elms, we were reading about small elms here. Yes, here. We have millions of small elms, as you can see, in hedgerows, but they get are targeted by the beetle as soon as they reach a certain size. So small elms are the young elms, the paraphrasing of it, and get targeted, which is become vulnerable. Okay, get targeted. That's how they paraphrase it. That means they were the target by of the beetles, and that's what it means. And the also let's keep reading. Where we are elm, once the trunk of the elm reaches 10-15 meters of diameter, it becomes the perfect size of it to lay eggs for the fungus to take hold. Yes, that's also about the being targeted. That's also about being targeted, and they're basically vulnerable here to take hold, fungus to take hold, for the fungus to take hold here. Okay. And yes, it's a perfect size for beetle to lay eggs and for the fungus to take hold. I would say this is a paraphrasing of being vulnerable to Dutch elm disease. So yeah. And yeah, let's come back to the note. Note says you may use any letter more than once. So yeah, here we go. We are using paragraph C, section C, or you can call it section C, paragraph C twice, as you can see. This is how you complete matching information type, question type. So yeah, here we go. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video explanation of breaking down of the questions, give this video a thumbs up and follow for more. And if you want a one-on-one classes with me, you may text on my Telegram. So here we go. Welcome. I provide online one-on-one lessons, individual. So yeah, I'm ready to go. Thank you very much. I'm ready to go to my son's football class. So here we go. Thank you. Goodbye.